And what's going on? That's very amazing that was in front of you. Now I'm going to tell you about something very special because you're here in my Austrian. Well, yeah. Today's my topic is on water quest and global warming. So I said that I should do a live stream with you guys. Okay. So I've written an article on global warming in which global warming is the temperature of Earth's surface, oceans, and atmosphere going up over tens of years. Average temperature now today is 1 degree Celsius to to 1.8 Fahrenheit. Yeah, yeah. And now it's very higher than previous time when industrial revolution, which was started in 1770s, 50s. Yeah. But in some parts of the world, it is less than this, and some more, as the scientists are doing. Yeah, doing the research. The, doing the research, which they are predicting that, but in 2100, temperature will be rise up to 5 degrees Celsius, 9.7 Fahrenheit, which is a bad effect on our world. So we should have to save it from global warming. And among the greenhouse gases, a greenhouse. So I should tell you what is greenhouse gases. So greenhouse gases are those which reflect heat radiations that the Earth emits and stop it from being lost into space. This makes the Earth Earth hotter than it would be without greenhouse gases. This is called greenhouse gases. So I've told you what is about the greenhouse gases. So increase of carbon dioxide. Why is a lot of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? So I should tell you why there are a lot of carbon dioxide in the like why there are a lot of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere because trees contain carbon dioxide, but when you cut any tree, the stored the carbon dioxide which is stored in it, that will be removed and reduced from there. Like it will release that carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which is very dangerous for us. Also, it's very dangerous for us or animals and human beings. So, I tell you an amazing thing. Global warming main cause, as predicted by uh, Joseph Friend Foreman, how and from the that some of people as scientists have predicted that in after 100 years, no, no, before 100 years there was less uh, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, but now there's more than that in the atmosphere. So we should have to protect ourselves from that. Also, there's a new pandemic, COVID-19, so we should also have to save our rights from them. But if we have saved our lives from them on COVID-19, then we should also have to save our lives from global warming because it can remove, vanish us from the earth. These are the short words from which I can explain you. So, in early years, in 1750s or in early years, very early years, when when people were when people burn fossil fuel, yeah, fossil fuel, which contains a lot of carbon dioxide. When they burn that, then it would it released a gigantic amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So that's very bad for us because in 1750s all companies industrial revolutions were started. This is why when people cut a tree, a large amount of carbon dioxide is released in the atmosphere. Climate change. Why climate change is occurring? Climate change has occurred a lot of times in Earth's history, including the coming and going of ice ages, but modern climate change is different because people are putting carbon dioxide into the atmosphere very quickly. Since the 1800, people have recorded the daily temperature. By the year 1850, there were enough places measuring temperature so that scientists could know the global average temperature. Compared with before people started burning a lot of coal for industry, the temperature was rise. Yeah, the temperature has risen by about 1 degree Celsius, um, 1.8. Also, we have to stop eating meat because Africa more than because more than 20% of Amazon has been burnt by the farmers of Africa because they need to graze their cows and their animals. That's why we should have to stop eating meat because when they cut a tree or burn that tree, then all the carbon dioxide which is contained, which is stored in it, that will be released in the atmosphere. That which is very dangerous for us and also human being. Because now there are some companies who are making uh, plant made based meat, which is 100% made by plant. Also, there are some companies. I should tell you, there one company in US, LA, like there are two companies who are raising to create uh, create a huge amount create a huge amount of plant make meat, which is very healthy for us. Uh, Also, it contains that much amount of calories which one beef patty contains. There's no difference in it, but it's very good for us because we should have. I've told you why it's good for us, so we should have to eat those. There are impossible food, and Beyond Meat are the companies who are making meat with plants. That is how we can remove global warming from world. Effects of global warming on on sea levels. On sea levels, how global warming affects them. Global warming means that Antarctica and Greenland ice sheets are melting and the oceans are expanding. Recent climate change would still cause 6 meters, 20 feet change would still cause 6 meters and 20 feet sea level rise even if greenhouse gas emissions were reduced in 2015 by a scientist paper. Oh, science. Low areas such as Bangladesh, Florida, the Netherlands, and other areas face massive flooding. Also, London, New York, Norfolk, Virginia, Southampton, United States, South Carolina, Carolina, and Sydney, Australia, Dhaka, Berlin, in Saint Mumbai, Los Angeles, also all other coastal cities are in danger. So that's it for today's sense. So that's why we should have to donate some people, donate them to help us. Because there are some people who are trying to reduce the water crisis from the world. Okay, guys, so that's it for today's live stream. My next stream will come tomorrow, or which will be about water crisis. See you guys in the next one. Donate me. See you.